Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something I find absolutely fascinating, the ultimate transformation every founder secretly dreams of. We've all been there, right? Trapped in those day-to-day operational headaches, the constant firefighting, making endless decisions, feeling the weight of the entire company sitting squarely on your shoulders. But what if you could turn that stressful daily grind into a highly attractive, highly valuable asset? Whether you're seriously thinking about selling next year, or honestly, you just want to build a vastly more robust and enjoyable company today, the insights we're covering are going to completely change how you view your daily operations. Let's get into it.
So that brings us to the ultimate question. How exactly can you prepare your business for sale and maximize its value? While I was looking into this, I came across this fantastic comprehensive guide from Australia Business Broker, and it spells out exactly what buyers are secretly looking for behind closed doors. It shows how you can strategically position your company to command top dollar. It's this fascinating deep dive into the psychology of business acquisition, giving us the tangible, real-world steps you can take to make your life's work undeniably valuable. Okay, let's dive into this. The financial incentives for getting this right are absolutely massive. Strategic preparation is completely non-negotiable, and here's why. It unlocks four major payoffs. First off, you're directly increasing your final sale price, and we're talking about multipliers that will literally make your head spin. Second, you attract a pool of highly qualified, serious buyers. No more endless tire kickers just snooping at your financials, right? Third, you drastically reduce the time your business just sits there on the market, totally avoiding that painful limbo period. And finally, just imagine walking into the negotiation room knowing you hold all the cards, rather than feeling desperate to sell. That is the exact kind of leverage strategic preparation gets you. So here is how we're breaking down our 6-pillar makeover steps today. 1. Why preparation pays off. 2. Bulletproofing your financials. 3. Streamlining operations and independence. 4. Strengthening market position. 5. Timing and common mistakes. And finally, 6. Your valuation's starting line. All right, jumping right into pillar number 1, why preparation pays off. Honestly, this is your absolute ultimate lever for driving up valuation. The core philosophy here is that preparation isn't just about crunching numbers. It's not about miraculously fixing a balance sheet 3 months before you list. It is fundamentally about building a strong, stable, and attractive business from the ground up. Think about it like selling a house. If a potential buyer opens a hallway closet and sees these perfectly organized shelves, they subconsciously assume, hey, the plumbing and the electrical wiring must be in perfect shape too. That is the halo effect in business. Even small strategic operational improvements create this really powerful aura. When buyers see a well-oiled machine, it drastically increases the market value, basically because it completely eliminates their fear of the unknown. Moving right along to our second pillar, bulletproofing your financials. Because let's be real, at the end of the day, undisputed profitability is the absolute biggest driver of buyer interest. When we look under the hood of profitability, buyers are searching for a very specific trifecta. They want to see a business that is a verifiable, predictable money-making engine. To prove that, you need to focus heavily on increasing revenue, better marketing, better sales, strategically reducing unnecessary expenses, and optimizing your overall operational efficiency. And actually, that third point, optimizing efficiency, is the real secret sauce here. It acts as a massive multiplier for the other two, because when you can do more with less, your profit margins expand organically. And buyers, they are incredibly eager to pay a premium for that kind of verified performance. But here's the catch. Having a profitable engine isn't enough. You actually have to prove it cleanly without any skeletons falling out of the closet. Buyers expect absolute transparency. When a buyer asks for your profit and loss statements, your balance sheets, tax returns, and cash flow reports, handing them over meticulously organized is basically like performing a magic trick. It instantly dissolves their perceived risk. Having these 4 specific records immaculately prepared not only speeds up the excruciating due diligence process, but it builds an impenetrable wall of buyer confidence. It literally says to them, hey, we have absolutely nothing to hide. That brings us to pillar 3, streamlining operations and independence. This is where we really have to address the elephant in the room regarding your role as the owner. And this brilliantly illustrates one of the biggest red flags for any buyer. Ask yourself the ultimate test. If you went on a 1-month vacation tomorrow with absolutely no cell service, would your business survive? If your business relies entirely on you, meaning you handle all the major client relationships, you make all the daily decisions, and everything is completely owner-centric, a buyer sees massive, terrifying risk. Contrast that with a system-reliant business. This model relies on cross-trained staff and rigorously documented processes. A business that operates flawlessly without you commands a significantly higher premium, mainly because the new owner knows they can step in on day one without the entire enterprise collapsing. To achieve that glorious independence, you need to build the right machinery. Buyers are desperately looking for a turnkey operation. Think of standard operating procedures, inventory management systems, and your customer relationship management software, your CRM, as the detailed instruction manual for this money-making engine you've built. Pair those with automation tools wherever possible. When you have these robust systems in place, you aren't just selling a job anymore. You are selling a self-sustaining asset. These structures make the business infinitely easier to hand over, practically guaranteeing a seamless transfer. And look, while you're aggressively cleaning up your operations, please do not ignore the legal side. You absolutely must resolve all legal and compliance issues early on. Seriously, there's almost nothing a buyer's lawyer loves more than finding an incomplete vendor contract or a lingering employee dispute buried in due diligence. It gives them the absolute perfect, justifiable excuse to immediately slash your asking price. Getting your operational and legal housekeeping pristine is absolutely vital to keeping your valuation exactly where it should be. Okay, let's shift our focus to the outside world with Pillar 4, strengthening market position. This is all about making your business an irresistible acquisition. Relying on just one or two major clients is incredibly dangerous. I mean, it is the ultimate single point of failure. If your biggest client decides to leave for a competitor tomorrow, your revenue plummets and your business value crashes right along with it. Buyers are actively seeking out a highly diversified customer base across multiple distinct segments. When your revenue is spread evenly across different customer types and industries, it acts as a massive shock absorber for the business. It proves that your product or service has broad market appeal and isn't dangerously tethered to the whims of a single account. But beyond diversifying, you need to lock in security. Remember, buyers aren't just buying your past performance, they're ultimately buying your future predictability. You can significantly boost your brand value by aggressively managing your online reputation and deeply fostering customer loyalty. But the real gold mine, it's on paper. Securing long-term supplier agreements and locking in multi-year customer and service contracts essentially guarantees future revenue. You're basically building a protective moat around your business. This practically eliminates uncertainty for the buyer, which for sure heavily increases the multiple they're willing to pay for your company. Now for a major reality check in Pillar 5, timing and common mistakes. Because truly great preparation, it takes significant time. Get ready for a number that often completely shocks business owners. 1 to 3. That is the number of years you ideally need to start preparing before you actually intend to hand over the keys. Crazy, right? An exit is absolutely never an overnight event. It is a deliberate, multi-year strategy. Think of it as a methodical countdown. 3 years out from your target sale date, you should have complete tunnel vision on exactly one thing: improving financial performance and maximizing profitability to show a strong upward trend. Then, 2 years out, you step back from the day-to-day to implement those CRM and SOP systems we talked about, actively working to replace yourself in the operational core. And finally, 1 year out, you're essentially just polishing the silver, increasing overall brand value, sprucing up the physical or digital storefront, and cleanly resolving any final lingering legal or compliance issues. This structured, unhurried timeline is the proven path to the best possible outcome. So the crucial point is, how do incredibly smart people sabotage this multi-year journey? Well, it almost always comes down to 3 classic, totally avoidable mistakes. First, waiting too late to start the process, which inevitably leads to a desperate, rush sale at a tragically lower price. Second, ignoring the meticulous organization of financial documents, which kills buyer trust instantly the moment they ask for proof. And third, emotionally overestimating the value of the business, which just results in it sitting on the market for years. The solutions are pretty straightforward. Start that 1 to 3 year clock early, treat your paperwork like gold, and ground your price expectations in objective reality. Which leads perfectly into our final pillar, your valuation starting line. This is the very first actionable step you must take. What I found really insightful here is that getting a professional business valuation isn't just about slapping a price tag on your company so you can daydream about retiring on a beach. It's actually an incredibly powerful, objective diagnostic tool. It identifies the exact weak spots and operational leaks you need to fix over the next 3 years. It completely prevents you from dangerously overpricing or tragically underpricing your life's work. And most importantly, it provides the bedrock data for your future negotiation strategy. It gives you a crystal clear picture of where you stand today, ensuring you never leave money on the table when you finally exit.
I want to leave you with this final critical thought. Look at your daily operations, look at your systems, and look at the state of your financials right now, and ask yourself honestly, are you building a business just to run? Are you building a business to sell? Because the beautiful truth is, the exact steps you take today to prepare for a lucrative sale are the exact same steps that make a business infinitely more profitable and enjoyable to run right now. It's time to start your preparation journey. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I highly encourage you to take that first step toward your valuation today.